Libra, you know, I don't like it when I hear a message start out with, you got a stalker. I don't like it. But your advice is to act unbothered by this. Your advice is to just let it go. Because whatever they're doing, it's being recorded somehow. It's being taken care of somehow. And there is a theme running through the collective with this because it is a very heavy, dense vibration on the planet of domination, control, and it's got to be healed. So these experiences are happening with multiple people all over. I'm not saying it's just like there's cyberbullying, something about somebody opening fake accounts. They're leaving comments, they're fishing for comments from you. Yeah, they are. And it's like you just seem unbothered by it. You don't even care. And they want you to continue doing that because that's really affecting this person a lot, a lot more than you realize. And in their frustration and anger, they're making mistakes. And those mistakes are necessary for you because you're going to need, it's something about you having that type of evidence or proof. And it's at night, guys. I would get ready to go to bed. Um, and they told me to tell you that. The reason that they are so focused on you is because they see you hustling. They see you able to somehow obtain some type of financial status or ability that they think they don't like it. It's to them it's unfair because they feel like they should be the ones receiving it. And when you receive it and they want to use power, domination, and control to keep you from receiving it. I'm hearing that they've spread a lot of rumors and lies about you, but because you decided to keep hustling and not listen and just keep going, that's actually what's causing problems in their life. Because where you were kind of under their thumb before, I'm double jointed. Look, my joint pops out. It's so gross. And I always thought it was because I got stabbed with a pencil in third grade and I got lead stuck in there. But I'm actually got that Ehlers-Danlos syndrome or something, like a light case of that. I didn't know that. Crazy. Anyway, sorry, I just got off track. They're saying your hustling is intimidating them, but here's why it's intimidating. They've painted a picture of you. They've painted a story of you, and they were able to do things to you to like they're saying you're crazy. They're saying that you just go off and you're emotional and super reactive and you like all these different things. And the truth is they're doing things to you to create that type of reaction, and then they're using it to skew a picture of you that's being painted somehow online. Okay, I just heard a song. My youngest son sings this sometime. Haven't you heard I'm the internet girl? And they're saying there's things out there about someone that's watching this, and it's going to be painful to see. But it's also going to be the thing that's so painful to see is going to be the thing that sets you free. 333 on the clock. The thing that's painful to see is going to be the thing that sets you free. 333 on the clock. All that rhyming. Thank you, Jesus. Okay. I love this. This is what they're doing this to you somehow. And this somehow they're doing this to you and you don't know about it. You're going to find out about it, but it's like source is not allowing you to find out about this stuff until you're in a position to be able to do something about it. And you winning and looking better, hustling, doing great has got them someone jealous and vindictive. If you've noticed recently slight changes in behavior with someone that, normally there might be some friction or some animosity or just some unresolved things going on, and there isn't much conversation or talking, but then all of a sudden they're sending you something to be nice, or they're speaking extra sweet to you, or um, they're buying you something that, normally don't buy you things, and then all of a sudden they buy you something. It's like, you got to pay attention to that because those subtle changes are for a reason. Those subtle changes are them trying to get into your circle to get in, to be, it's not even just to get into your circle. It's like they just want to be on the edge. They don't even want to be fully in. They just want to be on the edge because they think that they can get whatever they need from the edge. So, but you're not giving them an inch. You're not. I heard, oh, this isn't going to be for everybody, but I heard recently something about a text was sent, it was seen, and there was no reciprocation. And it was something that you would typically reciprocate about because there's a mutual like there. I don't know, maybe a child, maybe there's a child involved or something. But there's something mutual, like you guys don't have anything in common, but there's one thing you do have in common, and it's mutual. You both love it. So for me, I would think child, but if don't make it fit if it's not for you. You know, this couldn't be for you at all, so don't make it fit. But if you're resonating with this, be careful. Watch your surroundings, but try not to make it look like you're watching your surroundings. Like, be vigilant. Start noticing things, and when you do, just start noticing things. Take record of it. I just heard it's like they're trying to even a score with something it's like this was done and over with years ago, and just because they have not healed, they still want to even a score with you, and it's nothing to do with you. They're using you as a pincushion, and you hustling. So them putting stuff out there and social media and trying to paint a picture about you, trying to say things to you or do things to you to get a knee-jerk reaction so that they can blast it on social media and paint you in this awful light to make you look like some awful person. Okay, they're really crying over you. They are sad, hurt, upset, and jealous. They are crying because you're not accepting. They always thought they were going to have an in with you somehow. They always thought they were going to have a connection to you, and that you would be easily baited. You would be somebody who's easy to bait, and it's like you're not allowing that to happen anymore. So they're having to go to extreme measures to try to get to you, and those extreme measures, they're making mistakes. And then those mistakes, they're getting caught. So it's like they want you to pretend to be unbothered. And even if you see and notice this stuff, Source does not want you freaking out about it. Okay? Source does not want you freaking out about what these people are doing, because the only reason Source is telling you is to make you aware. Hey, this is going on. Just be aware of your surroundings, but we've got this. Follow the impulses. Keep doing what you're doing. Take the lead. Stay ahead of the game, and you do that by continuing to hustle and staying unbothered. Do not give in, because okay. You have the happiness hater and the creeping card that came right here, and travel. So you're going to be doing something where you travel, possibly for work, or you may be going on a trip soon. It is summertime. Be careful with the things in your home. If there's anything valuable in your home that you don't want, like if there was a break-in, think about that. If there was a break-in in your house, what are the things that you would want to be hidden and not seen by somebody who's going to take it? Whatever that is, they're wanting you to take that stuff and put it somewhere else. Out, like, just, I don't care if you put it at a friend's house or you whatever you want to do with it, but it's like they don't want you leaving that there when you go out of town, because there is a possibility that there could be a break-in. I hate to say it, but it's happening when you're not there. 9/11 was just on the clock. In the States, that is making a 911 call, right? If you're traveling, make sure you're taking all, like, your technology, everything with you, and not leaving anything home with passwords. Do not leave any financial paperwork at home. They're giving you a playbook, like a play-by-play of how to navigate this energy. You should not have to do this. That's the truth. You should not have to deal with shit like this. It's not cool. You shouldn't. But the truth is you are having to deal with it because of the actions of somebody else. So when somebody else is taking actions like this, it's like Moves and counter moves are important, but you are ahead of the game. Source is giving you your counter move, your move, to, it's like they're making counter moves and they're getting blocked and it's causing frustration. And they're going to great lengths. I'm sorry about bringing this up, but they're going to great lengths to get some type of information from you. I don't know what it is, but for some reason, it's vitally important to this person that they have the information and not you. And it's not their information to have. It's yours, whatever it is. 33 on the clock. They want you to bring a little love into the situation. But after you just sat here for 10 minutes hearing about all this crap with somebody stalking you, how do you do that, right? So you may have a knee-jerk reaction to the information. You may have to cry it out, be angry, push through that pain. But once you do that, Source will show you how to bring love to this situation. Right now, you may be saying, fuck that, I don't want to bring love to that person, blah, 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 blah. But that they're not even saying bring love to that person. You could send healing and love to them from Source. I send healing energy and love to them from Source. You don't have to send it from yourself. When you do that, you send healing and love to them, and they are a happiness hater. Love is about happiness. And you're sending them love. What do you think that's going to do? It's going to make their demons go. And then they make erratic decisions and make mistakes, and boom, you have everything that you need to move forward for some reason. And it's because somebody keeps trying to trap you. You know what they just brought to my mind? Hold on. Okay, this isn't the one I was thinking, but I'm afraid if I show the other one, this video will be blocked. But they're wanting you to know this is the energy you are in right now, whoever's dealing with this. And you could be a man, you could be a woman, it doesn't matter. But you are in this energy, and this is why they are so bothered. Let me see if I can play it.
To the woman who sits by herself, eats by herself, walks by herself, cries by herself, and has survived everything alone. Wherever you are, sis, you're going to win. And I need you to hear why. The world looks at a woman alone and assumes something is broken. They see you eating alone and think she must be lonely. They see you walking without a crowd and think she must be missing something. But what they don't see is the war you already survived to become this version of yourself. They don't know what it feels like to cry at 2 in the morning, wipe your face, set your alarm, and show up the next day like nothing happened. They don't know what it feels like to carry everything on your shoulders because the people who were supposed to help you became the weight. They don't know what it feels like to hold your own heart together after the person who promised to protect it became the reason it broke. And you survived it anyway. That's the first thing that makes women like you different. You didn't collapse. You rebuilt. In private, with no audience, no support, no one cheering you on, just you deciding that falling apart wasn't an option. But here's what most people don't understand about women who learn to be alone. It wasn't a choice, it was an adaptation. You didn't choose isolation, you chose safety. Because every time you let someone in, they proved that trusting people was more dangerous than being by yourself. So you stopped asking for help, you stopped leaning on people, you stopped expecting anyone to show up for you. And something shifted. You became your own comfort, your own motivation, your own safe place. And the world looked at that and called you cold, called you guarded, called you too independent. But you and I both know the truth. You're not cold. You're careful. There's a massive difference between a woman who doesn't need people and a woman who stopped trusting them. You're the second one. And the strength it took to get here is something most people will never understand. Women who survive life on their own develop something that can't be taught. They stop chasing validation. They stop begging for attention. They stop tolerating less than they deserve because they already know they can walk away and survive. And that terrifies people because you can't control a woman who isn't afraid of being alone. You can't manipulate a woman who already knows she can carry it herself. You can't break a woman who has already rebuilt herself from nothing. And that's the part nobody sees coming. The woman sitting alone today is quietly becoming the most powerful person in the room because life gave her no other option. So if you're that woman right now, the one fighting battles nobody knows about, the one holding herself together when nobody is watching, hear me clearly. Your story doesn't end in struggle. It's being built in silence. And one day the same strength that forced you to walk alone will lead you into a life where you finally don't have to carry everything by yourself. Keep going, sis. Women who survive everything alone.
Yeah. So that was the first one. The other one is a video of, let me see if I can find it, because it talks about the energy of the other person. The energy of that I'm getting in this reading, this is what I got, okay? That's what I got. You are in that energy, whether you're a man or a woman, it doesn't matter. It's just one video, and you can't obviously change the sex in the video. But the other one is the energy of the other person, and I have to find it and show it to you now so you understand what's really going on. Hold on. Okay, I found it.
Tell you what happened to you. You got baited, trapped, and now he's trying to destabilize you. He love bombed you in the beginning. Oh, you're wonderful. You're this, you're that. He does that with all women because that's his MO. That's how he does. And then once he gets a woman ensnared and thinking that, wow, this is who he is and this is how he can be, then he kind of chips away at who you are. So you kind of feel destabilized. You're always trying to please him because he tells you you're not quite good enough. And you see him with other women and he shows you that he can be with other women to make you feel like you're not stable and you're not safe and you're insecure. But you're still waiting to get back to that time when he loved you that much. And every once in a while, he may dangle a little bit of that love out in front of you. But his job is, other than that, to keep you under his thumb so he can behave as he wants to behave. And that's why he's all weird about all of that. You're talking to other men. You're talking to your man. He wants you isolated and alone. He doesn't want you to believe that you can be, do, or anything else. He didn't burn your clothes. He burned your cap and gown. He doesn't want you to be your own woman standing on your own. Because if you get educated, if you get strong, if you get right, you will get rid of him. And he knows that. So that's not what he wants. I want to show you something. But somebody said, we gave you a compatibility test. And this cat writes down, what do I want from my woman? Not love, honor, respect, and none of that. He says, this is what I want. I want her to stop being crazy, to relax, to learn not to be pretty. Isolation, keeping you from other men. Do not just hang up the phone when you don't let me get my thoughts fully across and to control your temper. He said, he didn't say what he wanted from you. He said everything that's wrong with you. He said you weren't good enough. He couldn't even answer the question. He was so busy telling you that you ain't nothing. Yeah. He's the first guy that you got. It gets better from here if you have enough sense to get up and go. Yeah. And when he comes home, he's going to be all loving and nice for a hot minute. And you're going to think that he's going to turn back into that guy that he was. But the guy that he was always hoodwinking you. He was lying to you. He was baiting you. And now he's keeping you and he's trying to make you small. Don't let him do it. I would speak to him. Thank you. But I don't like to waste my time.
Okay, so in a nutshell, whoever this is for, that is what you are dealing with. Whether you are the male, the female, and the roles are reversed, it doesn't matter. That's what you're doing. Whatever you went through, it has made you a warrior. It has made you strong, and it has made you, it's shown you stuff about yourself you didn't know that you were capable of doing. So, if anything, that's the love you can give this situation. Love for yourself, for being strong enough to grow out of this situation, become better than it, and rise above it. Yes, that's the love you show yourself when it comes to this situation. This situation showed me how strong I can be. This situation showed me that I'm a warrior, and I didn't realize how much I could deal with and how much I can handle, how much that I could master. There's something about you mastering something through this experience that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. So now they want me to focus. I said focus. Focus? No, focus on your purpose. Oh, I got tongue-tied, y'all. Those two videos together just explain it all. And let me tell you, I have an ex just like that. Oof. He is awful. Can't stand that man. And honestly, he thinks that too, guys. I'm not saying this is for everybody, but he does. They do. They think I was single all for years because I chose to be, like, because I didn't choose to, because nobody wanted me. That was never the case. I literally, once I got a taste of what happiness felt like on my own, there was no going back. No, there was no going back. And it's like, even if I was with somebody right now or I wasn't with somebody, no man would ever have to worry about me stepping out on him or him feeling like he has competition with anybody else. The competition a man would have with me is my peace. If you disrupt my peace, you got to go. And this is the energy I am getting from you. And I say that, I shared that with you because I'm feeling like whoever is going through this, you will resonate with that. You will resonate, like once you attain peace, like a true understanding of what that is, you don't let anybody fuck with it anymore. You build boundaries and you set shit straight. I promise. And they're not liking it. You're doing a good job. Whatever it is you're doing a great job. They do want you, there's something like they want you bringing fresh flowers into your home. They want it to be more inviting and homey, but the flowers also, they pull out dense energy. They really want you bringing fresh flowers into your home. Whatever this situation is that you're going through, you have no idea how powerful you are. And it's because you've learned they're saying something about you have learned how to take things step by step and take things in stride, where before, I don't know, maybe before you wanted to have all the answers before you did anything, but you've been taking a leap of faith and now you're so good at it, you don't realize how many leaps you're taking that are just natural. You're doing a great job. They want you They want you to give your worries to them. I feel fear over this. I'm worried about this. They want you to speak that to them. Your angels want you to speak that to them. They can help ease that burden. They can help ease any of your worries, and they can bring complete comfort and peace to your soul. I promise. I've done it myself. And you have a very divine connection with nature in general, but specifically animals. It's like almost like you're an animal whisperer. Or whether you know it or not, but animals are highly attracted to you. And unfortunately, that might suck a little bit because that would include bugs. If you don't like bugs, it could be a problem. But there's something about your energy being attractive, and the beasts on this planet understanding your energy because you have you have that kind of deliberate focus and intent like the beasts of this planet do. You're able to see things in that kind of clarity. Like you just know, like you get straight from the divine. It's so cool how they're bringing this about. It's like, this is what's pissing them off. You are so free to do whatever you choose now. They're not holding you back anymore. You're free to do what you want. You have a strong connection with nature. They want you to bring flowers in to obviously pull out that dense energy, but to lighten the home, make it beautiful, smell good. So even though you got this other stuff happening, it's like they still want you focusing on everything else and not being bothered by it. That is the only way to move forward in this. If you get caught up in the riffraff of this is something's not going to pan out as the way that it should. But if you just keep focusing forward and, you know, paying attention and making the moves and counter moves accordingly compared to what, with what source tells you to do, you're going to be somebody that the world is going to, how did you do that? Like, for whatever reason, I'm hearing talk shows, being on talk shows, people wanting to know about your story, so whoever you are, you've done something big and you don't even realize how big what you've done. Like, you don't even realize how big it is, whatever you've done. So I'm so happy for you guys. I will see you in the next reading. Peace and love.